Yeah, I thought pandas were aggressive.
Altering consequences. Nobody
Gorilla? Are you crazy?
could handle a grizzly without getting their existence involved.
Grizzly, lion, elephant. Yo, whoever said that is on some crazy coke. What's good, y'all? Today we got every bear and its chances of retiring you from life. So, I don't know if y'all know this, but currently I'm in college right now studying biology because I want to work with animals one day. So I hopped on YouTube, and I saw this channel, Casual Geographic, every bear and its chances of retiring you from life. Now I am terrified of bears. Every time I go to the forest, that's the first thing that pops in my mind, like a bear. Because bears are just so big and just, they can just dominate you from all angles. Pause. I'm doing biology in college right now. I'm trying to be a wildlife biologist, but, you know what I'm saying, first things first, YouTube's calling my name. This is my passion. So, you know what I'm saying, I'll do some biology until I just grab YouTube by its nuts and just soak in the victory, you know? But let's get straight to it. Every bear and its chances of retiring you from life. I don't want to get retired from life yet, bro.
Best ways to see how a guy's mind works, to really see what type of person you're dealing with, ask one question. What's the biggest animal you can beat in a fight? You ask that.
What's that? Put it in the comments right now. Biggest animal you can beat in a fight. I'm not gonna lie, I actually think I can take a black bear. Because you know the saying, if it's black, fight back. Grizzly bear, you're dead. Polar bear, you're extra dead. They're gonna put you on a grill and like cut you up, serve you to their whole family. But I honestly think I could take a black bear. Is that crazy to say? Am I just too cocky? I don't know.
And in 2021, British firm YouGov did a survey.
A rat?
There's a lot to unpack here. But most
Gorilla? Are you crazy?
Could handle a grizzly without getting their existence involved.
Grizzly, lion, elephant. Yo, whoever said that is on some crazy coke.
And that's how long it would take.
Bro, did y'all see that? Just like this. That's all it took. You're done already.
Bears are inevitable enough to be one of the few animals.
You know what's scary about bears? Is that they're fast too. They're big and fast. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't outrun a bear. You can't fight the bear. You know what you do? Bring yourself a shovel and just bury yourself there, bro.
The one-shot rule against. As in, if they're coming at me full force and I have one shot in the chamber, I'm using it to self-medicate my exit off the mortal coil. I might not survive an Epo attempt, but I'm for sure not surviving my reaction to one.
You're not,
I'll
bro.
same-day ship myself to the Lord's door before I let a chimp handle me, and I'll self-subtract with the quickness before a bear makes me part.
You're not taking a chimp either.
Bro,
I'm surprised at that list.
Nature. Basically a giant unhinged dog with every possible attribute maxed. Think about it. Nature dropped an apex, all-terrain CrossFit predator that can out everything you and just let the rest
bears
of the
are
deal with it. But what's the most
cheat codes, bro.
Well, today we're gonna be
agile, fast, strong, huge.
Each bear will get a Merc rating. Merc standing for might eviscerate, ravage, or just cancel you. Yeah, that's definitely the K word that was supposed to be there. And as always, each rating will be in my very biased opinion. But yeah, call me Joe Rogan or Grinder Glad.
Some bears are chill though; they don't attack.
Starting with the sun bear.
Sun bear. Oh, these are
way too long looking at. Those eyes stared at the void, and the void blinked first. And yes, they're built like they barely qualify to be here.
I don't know what that is, bro. They're built so
Recently involved in a controversy in China. The controversy was nobody believed that wasn't a man in costume. To be fair, they're easily the least coated Ursus out there. They're the smallest in the world at no heavier than $140. And be honest, how long would it take for you to guess that foot was attached to a grizzly's cousin? Those bare feet help them climb trees, and some bears are the most tree climbing.
These bears are
but how
chill.
dangerous is this identity crisis?
Let's
They're
see.
shy, reclusive, and mostly eat fruits and plants.
See, they're not
trigger happy, nearly blind, and
I could take this
with tigers. Sun bears are known to attack people when caught off guard, and their poor eyesight means they can easily get jump scared by humans. They
attack?
The strongest bite forces relative to body size of any bear, but probably only because they use teeth to rip through tree bark. There was even one case where a sun bear tiger showdown ended up with both of them becoming past tense. So what could they do to a human? Well, from 2000 to 2010, there were 33 sun bear attacks on humans, with the most common injuries being facial. But all the attacks were accidental encounters where the sun bears would probably argue self-defense. And to my knowledge, there are no recorded cases cases of a sun bear killing a person. So,
Oh.
no body count and being the smallest, but also being neurotic enough to be a threat.
Yo, those nails look kind of intimidating, I'm not gonna lie.
Next, you have
5.
the Andean, also known as a spectacled bear.
I didn't know
For
sun
obvious
bears were
reasons,
dangerous at all.
On paper, he's the biggest land predator in that part of South America. Only technically, because only 5% of Four Eyes' diet is meat. Like the sun bear, they're only really a jihad to fruits and plants. Also,
Yo, I
like the
can't
sun
wait.
bear,
I was trying to lock in, I gotta
very
take these
tree
off.
climbing, and they'll even build their version of a treehouse to sleep in. To be fair, you don't really have a choice when your hall monitor's a jaguar. But
Black
don't think
Panther.
Buddy's sweet because he got glasses. They've been known to take out llamas, cows, and even tapirs twice their size. But how dangerous are they to people? Well, in 2004, an Andean bear escaped from a Berlin zoo and
Andean
made a
bear.
beeline for the children's area. What followed was one of the most gruesome displays ever caught on camera. Viewer discretion is advised.
Don't show us this, gang.
Apparently, the spectacled bear only has one human body on it.
Wait. What
The
happened?
spectacled bear only has one human body on his record, and technically it was a hunter who shot the bear out of a tree only for the bear to land on him. I'm sorry, but if you fail physics that hard, you deserve to get packed up by Paddington.
Yeah, that's a
And yes,
Looney Tunes
Paddington
death.
was indeed a spectacle.
R.I.P. to that guy.
Closest living relative of
But this bear only killed one person
the
ever?
short-faced bear.
So
the
that's
duality.
nothing.
But considering the only casualty was more to slapstick than a homicidal bear, I give the spectacled beast a Merc rating of 2.
Yeah, nobody's worried about that. I could take that.
Since there's a
Ooh.
genuine corner of the internet that'll tell you that pandas aren't actually bears. They'll sooner believe China has an obese biracial gerbil waddling around. To be fair, being a bear but identifying
I
as
heard
a bamboo
pandas are like so
plant is a
clumsy and
questionable life
dumb.
choice. But one bamboo
They just be like
protein
falling all
hack
over the
that
place.
Ursus Oreo actually ends up getting just as much as wolves and feral cats. And 2, binging bamboo all day means pandas actually have one of the strongest bite forces of any land mammal. Wild pandas usually avoid people, and there's currently no record of a plus-size eyeshadow cotton ball killing a human. The
For real?
pandas will 100% lash out if they think you deserve
Yeah, I thought
it.
pandas were
Also,
aggressive.
Life-altering consequences. Nobody demonstrated panda potential more than straight at the Beijing Zoo, a young panda named Gugu. In 2006, a drunk dude climbed into the enclosure to give Gugu a
That's all I gotta hear, bro. Did you hear what he just said?
panda named Gugu. In 2006, a drunk dude climbed into the enclosure to give Gugu a hug, and Gugu
You climbed in the enclosure to give Gugu a hug. Gugu is not messing. He had it, bro.
gave him an attitude adjustment with his teeth.
What are you
After
doing,
several
bro?
minutes of biting each
Why would
other,
you jump in, you
Drunky
idiot?
bit the bear. They were eventually separated with a fire hose. In 2007, a teenager tried Gugu and got chunks ripped out of his legs to the point where bones were showing. And in 2009, a father climbed over a barrier to retrieve a toy his son dropped. His reward
The toy
was
is not that
tiny
serious,
Gugu's
bro.
vice-grip jaws that keepers literally had to pry
never that
open.
serious.
I really
Unless
think
it's like
if they didn't wear the
a,
makeup, y'all would not be trying them like this.
unless it was like a
What's going on
WWE
getting mauled by
elite
something
wrestler.
so goofy
If you know what
it
that
probably
is,
takes a
you
long
know.
time for bystanders to realize you're in trouble. They're the epitome of I'm not a killer, but don't push me, and for that, they get
See?
a Merc rating of 4.
Pandas are
Considering
goofy.
You get flatlined by a panda, you probably deserved it. Now we got the black bear, aka the fight back part of the rhyme.
Yeah,
which
fight
is
back.
Kinda true. Black bears are
Fight
more likely
back.
to run away than run a fade. And after
Yeah.
seeing them climb trees, thank the natural order for
Whoa,
that.
whoa,
They
whoa,
probably
whoa,
learned that
whoa.
from
I didn't know they can move like
another
that.
Bear down the list. Black bears are high-key champion generalists. They're smart enough and adaptable enough to live almost anywhere in America. Also, they're not always black.
I know there's a lot where I live
Moonlight
over
has
here.
a giant raccoon
I've never
meat.
seen
They're
one, but I know they live out
the
here.
average bear, and if you look at the numbers, they might not be as harmless as the nursery rhyme suggests. Since
Word?
1784,
I thought they
there
were
been
harmless.
66 times where a black bear and a human resulted in one less human. Pretty low, but there's more. There's just under 12 black bear conflicts
Bro,
a year. 52%
imagine-
are typically
Imagine being in this scenario right here. What do? Put it in the comments. Me personally, bro. Bro.
defensive,
I don't even
33%
know.
were food motivated, and 15%.
Wait. So this is the deaths from black bears. 52% defensive. So more than half was self-defense. Somebody was trying to attack the bear. The bear, you know what I'm saying, had to pack them up. 33% food motivated. They were hungry for some human meat. Wait, what do bears eat? I know they eat fish. Or is that just polar bears? I don't know. 15% predatory. That's low, 15%.
Were predatory. That number's interesting because that's actually higher than what you would see in brown
Real?
bears. Folks now believe there's a
High?
slow but very real rise in predatory male black bears murking people. In fact, the first ever fatal black bear attack in California just happened last month. Male
For real?
blacks, but black bears that is, they have a wider range, which means a desperate down bad male is more likely to try his luck on a hiker. The last stat I have is 88% of
I thought you're supposed to be able to whoop a black bear.
92% of those predatory pastimes.
They're not as soft as I thought.
But when I say slow rise, we are still talking about one person getting clapped a year. Also, apparently none of those casualties carried pepper spray, so if you do that, hike in groups and put food and garbage away, you probably won't get cooked by Smokey.
Yeah, I know a few tactics to avoid them.
When neither side gets touched. So
he's scared of a dog.
Statistically harmless, but they live in close proximity with people and are technically more likely to see you as free pizza than grizzlies. So I'll give them a 6.
Hey,
5.
he said they're more likely to see you as free pizzas than grizzlies. I didn't know black bears were that dangerous. I thought they were like super low. I was just saying in the beginning I could take a black bear, but I thought they'd just like get scared and run off.
6. Final answer. Not unlike their Asian cousins. And disclaimer, we're getting into the legitimately dangerous territory.
Oh, here we go.
Asiatic
Now we
bear,
getting dangerous.
also called the moon bear, is the first
Now we
honest
getting-
threat to human way of life. They're way more on sight than American black bears, and for that matter, even Eurasian brown bears. To be fair,
These things aren't in
neither of
America?
them have to deal with a certain big cat. Like most bears, they're most dangerous when people run into them and the bear feels cornered, and for that reason, attacks are on the rise. From April 2023 to just November, 212 people caught the wrong end of Asiatic aggression from a black bear. 6 died, and food scarcity means those numbers are probably going up. In fact, that's why there are
Bro, why does it keep-
Japan, there's a shift with young
Keeps
people
coming
leaving
back.
the countryside to go make bread in the big city, and food-feeding bears moving into the now less.
See, it looks
kind of
small, though.
Now, it's never been easier to find problems with an Asian bear, and from 2000 to 2020, 2,357 black bear attacks have been recorded. 42.4% suffered severe injury, 1.2% ended up with permanent disability, and 4.8% lost the ability to exist.
4.8%.
And over 20%
He
of
said
those
they're
attacks
dead.
happened in August, i.e. right around the time they're getting ready to hibernate. There was even a case earlier this year where a man had to negotiate his arm with a Swiss knife after the Asian variety refused to let him go. Since this is the first bear that is a somewhat regular
Bear versus
people,
tiger.
I'm gonna give the Asiatic black bear a 7.5.
Oh, this-
Although
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
bear
Now we're
farming
getting to the-
thing, we
the
probably
deadliest.
had it coming. And now we get to my honest inspiration for this video.
What
The brown bear.
the heck
But
is that?
First, I'm gonna clear something up. The
What
grizzly bear
is that?
a subspecies of the brown bear, kind of like how the Arctic wolf is an
Bro,
offshoot of the gray guy.
do you see this thing?
Be a landlocked brown bear. They're further inland, and their grocery list is a lot shorter. Which is why, even though they're the most famous, grizzlies aren't even the biggest bears brown and around. They're smaller than the Kamchatka. What? The Kamchatka bear dwarfs his bears brown and around. They're smaller.
This is real? This has to be an AI edited picture, bro. There is no way.
Than the Kamchatka.
What are you supposed to do against
Bear
this?
dwarfs grizzlies, mostly because of the fresh supply of salmon they get from shacking up on the Kamchatka Peninsula, which actually has the highest density of brown bears on the planet. There's like 20,000 of them there. And of course, what y'all know about the Kodiak bear? Named after the
Bro.
Kodiak Islands.
It was a little phase a little while ago on TikTok. Everybody was in the comments talking about a Kodiak bear. It was like a trend or something.
Which was forced to vault it on.
Like every innovator, like
Grizzly
what
by
about the
almost
Kodiak bear?
500 pounds, and
Oh
that's
my
purely off
goodness.
pescatarian. That is a whole mountain of a bear. Grizzly bears are smaller, but the higher competition and being gate-kept from coastal calories makes them that much more aggressive. Which makes them, and I don't like to curse that much, my mom watches me, but that is a fucking problem. They're like a predatory Thanos. Your demise is inevitable if they green
I feel you,
They
bro.
have jaws that can crush a bowling ball.
What
Pause
the-
that mean? You're a high five away from balling like Emmanuel Hansel. I've seen them punk entire
goodness.
wolf packs out of food, and they might be the only thing alive that can chokeslam a moose. There's only one video that truly encapsulates how fornicated you are if a grizzly chases you.
See, you
Well,
can't
other than
outrun
this,
it either,
a grizzly
bro.
running and
That just gets me mad.
wow, we're still going. Oh, right there. That's
What
the
is that?
caribou he's after. Keep in mind, this is the 30-second mark of the
Oh,
video.
shoot.
About 4 minutes was all it took for the seed of Santa to get packed up like a Christmas present and turned into part of
Just
the
like
past.
that.
How dangerous are brown bears
Packed
actually?
up.
Since 1784, there have been only 82 fatal brown bear conflicts in
Well,
North
I would
America.
expect way
Yellowstone
more.
Surprisingly, only has 8. From 2000 to 2015, there were a recorded 664 brown bear attacks around the world, with
That's-
5 flatlines. Of these attacks, 17%
That's
involved
crazy.
someone with a dog, 10% were after a bear got shot or trapped trap, aka the person had it coming, 20% were sudden encounters, and an overwhelming 47% involved a female with a cub, proving that the more dangerous than the
yes.
Boom.
Yes.
No, really,
if you go near the cubs,
brown bear attacks in North America,
night, you're done, bro. You're cooked.
The chances of getting murked by a brown bear in Yellowstone are 1 in 2.1 million.
For real?
I do think bears suffer a lot from shark syndrome, where the attacks might not happen often, but when they do, they're usually graphic enough to go international.
I want to know, what are the chances of, let's say I'm on a hike, right? I'm just hiking and I see a bear. What are the chances that bear will just chase me and kill me just for fun? Or just because it's hungry or something, like, because if I think about seeing a bear, the first thing I'm going to think about when I see a bear is I'm dead, they're going to kill me. But from this video, I'm seeing, like, not all of them are on that.
Scares me more than death itself, so brown bears, specifically grizzly bears, get a Merc rating of 8. Make that an 8.5. If you know, you know. Now, the sloth bear is a great example of something I always say. You have to convince a predator you're worth the effort, where prey will off you before you get the chance. Most bears see humans as a fellow predator. The problem is, here you got one that spends most of his life as prey. Sloth bears got tiger trauma in their bloodline. They also get plenty of smoke from leopards, problems from dhole packs, and somehow the same elephants and rhinos that are chill-ish around tigers have zero tolerance for the baloos of the world. Add it all up, you get a floppy-faced
termite. Why is he moving like that, bro?
Aggressive animals on the planet. You basically have a giant honey badger with attitude.
Wait, what are these called?
To follow through. It's prey trauma with predatory hardware. They don't really know how to kill
sloth bears.
Inflict as much pain as physically possible. That's why many sloth bear victims end up with their faces torn off, since that's their
goodness.
A trauma bear with chimpanzee tendencies means they get a Merc rating of 9. There's no good record of sloth bear attacks on people, but it's the fact that they live on top of and kill more people than other bears that outnumber them. This is technically the most dangerous bear per capita. And it's the one named after a sloth. In fact, one sloth bear was called the man-eater of Mysore after he killed 12 people and severely mauled another 24. And
he was going on
that's pretty rare. It's believed the bear was injured by people first and then went on a rampage.
He had to get revenge, bro. He was on a revenge tour.
I'm gonna kill the suspense right now. The polar bear's intent. From 1870
we
to
know
2014, only 20 people have been killed by polar bears out of 73 attacks. But it's the frequency that's scary. What do I mean? Well, over 60% of attacks happened between 1960 and 2009. 20% happened from 2010 to 2014. That means in this...
How do you even come in contact with a polar bear if you're not in Antarctica? So is it like mainly people that are studying out there or something that get attacked? Because people don't live down here.
At less than 3% of the time, and that less than 3% was in the last 4 years. The polar bear is the only bear that classifies as a hypercarnivore, and they'll try anything from walruses to reindeer, and they'll even body a beluga whale.
Did you know? I heard this from my research. 90% of polar bear attacks are unsuccessful. Fun fact.
As you know,
let's see if he talks about that.
Animals that'll actively hunt people. It's true what they say. If you see a polar bear in the wild, your expiration date's already stamped. They can smell a seal from almost 20 miles away, so you know when an ice bear pulls up, it's no mistake. The Arctic op is such a threat. In Churchill, Manitoba, it's common courtesy to leave car doors unlocked in case someone needs a 4-wheeled panic room from a polar bear. The same place, by the way, that has the
holding facility
polar bear detention center. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's an air-conditioned temporary holding cell for polar bears that get way too comfortable around people.
Imagine they all just like plotted an escape
eye contact. But
and just took over the world.
If it wasn't for receding sea ice, basically stranding a marine mammal
they can swim?
And like with black bears, it's a starving, desperate rogue males that are most likely to turn a human into a hashtag. And that's kind of the thing. Every bear on this list would easily put humans at a 10. Like I said, Asiatic black bears are the most common victims of bear bile farms. Sloth bears are often kept as dancing tourist traps, which involves brutal maimings and shoving a rope through their nose.
Nah, that's the...
Through it.
Ew! Why are you doing that?
Pandas than for them. Also, there's the fact that most bears want nothing to do with you. Literally, one of the best ways to avoid a bear is to actually make noise to give the bear a chance to avoid you.
He's putting you on game right now. I heard that. Make a lot of noise.
And making a decision. Also, there's bear spray, but bear spray is a lot like a seatbelt. You don't get into a car expecting to do a barrel roll down I-80, but the same way the seatbelt makes the worst.
I feel like that would make them mad.
So does bear spray. In fact, you'll probably never use it. Moral of the story?
Wouldn't they just get mad and just
Yeah, honestly,
kill you?
the bear wouldn't even choose us. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you rock with the Merc rating thing, I actually have an entire book on the concept. 100 animals that can, you can read the title. And again, each animal has a rating based on my personal bias.
Wow.
And because today's my birthday, the book
happy
will be
birthday, bro.
50% off on Amazon. If you're interested, the link will be in the description. But other than that, drink water, cherish your parents. Remember, if it's white like a beluga, it's the last time we'll talk to you. And I'm gonna see y'all.
You did.
In the next one.
Yo, moving too fast, bro. Slow down. Oh, he's trying to eat some pizza. See, I told you some bears are cool. Bro just wanted some pizza, not human pizza. But that was a very entertaining, educational video. I learned some more about bears. But by far, I don't even know, bro. They all shocked me. I want nothing to do with a bear. If you're be safe, y'all. Just be safe. And put your recommendations in the comments. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. And I'm gonna catch y'all niggas later. Be safe, bruh.